Alright, so this has been like a big change to Deepwoken, and this is the trial of one. So basically, it's when you go in this the normal trial, like you have the parry orbs. I don't know what's happening to I don't know what happened to the parry orbs right here, but like it's parry orbs, but they're glitching. But besides that, they did change trial of one a lot. They replaced the Sharko for some reason with this new Mudskipper mob, which I honestly do not know why they did that, because the Sharko is like the early game player mob that people use to learn how to play the game. I don't know. I don't know why they added this. It literally just encourages new players to hold S. Like even I'm struggling, and I've played the game before. It's gonna be much more difficult for new players, and it doesn't even let them learn anything. Like at least a Sharko, you learn how to find an early game mob, and you actually learn how to block and parry and dodge. This guy, you just run away, you hold S, and it encourages players to just like hold S the entire time. So I mean, it's pretty easy. Like this is the first try. This is like the first time I did it, and like I just held S, right? But like I don't know why they changed this, because now you're just encouraging you to hold S against a mob, and you're probably gonna die to it many more times than you're gonna die to a Sharko. So I don't know what they were cooking with that. What's even worse is that not only did they replace the Sharko, they did my boy the Sharko dirty, but they kept the Sharko at the end. Like, what are you gonna do learning how to parry a black Sharko just a normal Sharko? I don't understand. Why didn't they just remove the black Sharko and then put the new Mudskipper mob there? Because then at least, what are you ever gonna have to encounter one of these Mudskipper mobs? You're like, as a newer player, you're never gonna have to encounter any of these. For older players, this doesn't really matter as much because you know how to play the game already. But like for newer players, just imagine you pull up to the trial of one expecting to see a Sharko, and you just see some random abomination thing that just like destroys all your HP. The Mudskippers don't even give you health packs, and they're so annoying. So I don't know what they were cooking, because like the Sharko is how you basically learn how to play the game. The Sharko is one of the early game mobs that you would grind as a freshie, because you would go all the way down to lower Arisia to grind to learn how to play the game actually, or if you just use trial of one. But the easiest way to grind as a freshie is to go to the Sharko cave and just grind XP there, or if you just roamed around Upper Arisia, you would find more Sharkos. Where are you ever going to see this as a freshie? You're never going to see the Mudskipper mob. So I don't understand why they had it as the first mob. Like, keep the Sharko. Bring back my boy the Sharko, bro. He didn't do anything wrong. And then just remove the black Sharko, because the black Sharko fight takes like a minute. No, it takes less than a minute. It takes like 20 seconds, because you just stat check him anyways because you're so over leveled, and he has no HP. So I seriously don't know what they were doing. I hope they revert this, because if you think about the newer community, no one knows how to fight this. If you want to implement a mob, get rid of the black Sharko, because it's very difficult for newer players, I would say. And like it's like if you put Enforcer as the first mob. Not only is Enforcer difficult for newer players, you're never gonna see it unless you get power 20 in the trial, or if you like run into hell mode or something. You're never gonna see Enforcer. That's why it's in the middle of the trial, and not like at the beginning, next, like after Golem or something. Because you see Golems, you see Freshers. This argument can be made for like Stone Knights, but like that's only because Stone Knights are actually kind of difficult and you barely see them anyways at Star Swept. Even if you're progging, you see them sometimes, but like you're never gonna see a black Sharko unless you're in depths, of course. But the black Sharko fight doesn't even help anything, because the parry orbs are so easy to do. Even if you're a newer player, it's just a normal Sharko that can TP behind you. You don't learn anything from that. Like, I personally don't mind the Mudskipper being in the trial of one. I just feel like it was kind of dumb replacing the Sharko, because, well, Sharko is like the best learning experience. That's how you learn how to play the game. Actually, that's how I learned how to play the game. He's back in the olden days of Deepwoken. So please bring back Sharko. Justice for my homeboy the Sharko. Hopefully the devs watch this video and revert it. Please, my Sharko needs to be freed. Yeah. Have a nice day.